Levira asks Damaras if he has heard new orders, he says no. New ships come in and Emperor Mavro arrives. Levira and Damara bow to him. He sits in a throne and has 2 soldiers. They take Damaras in custody and they slash at him. Levira tries defending him but is knocked down. Damara is asked to be redeemed and is taken away. Mavro says the Rangers destroyed his sons so he will destroy them. I emphasize sons because we just see a big poster of Viker and not Vrak. Where we left the 6 Rangers, they're fighting ex-Borgs. Jake is blasted at and dropped from a ladder and is stuck in a box. He says he is keeping things interesting. They demorph and get mad at Jake. Jake says it is the end, that they have no more monsters. Troy is not sure about it. Gia says Jake has a point. Jake says it is good news. Troy doesn't think they are done. Emma wants a piggyback race. Gia jumps on top of Noah and Gia on top of Jake. Orion offers to Troy, but he just laughs and tells him he has a better idea and they walk off. Levira tries to convince Mavro for Damaras to redeem himself. He says it is on her head. Levira is taken to Damaras by one of Mavro's henchmen. Damaras breaks out of prison. Meanwhile, Orion and Troy are walking, and Orion thinks they are waiting for new orders. Troy gets 6 tickets for a concert, asking Orion if he even seen a rock group. Orion talks about literal rocks. The boys finish their rite and lay down. Jake says Troy doesn't know how to have fun. Purple ships attack. Damaras teleports down and confronts the 4 Rangers and says vengeance is his. Noah asks if he is their new leader as they never met before. He destroys a building. Emma says it is not any monster. They are all thrown back. Damaras lands back, laughs and says he expected more. Troy and Orion blast at them. Orion knows who Damaras is, says he is the most powerful in the universe. Troy says they will continue to battle. Gia is mad and they go to super mega mode and fight Damaras. Damaras does a powerful strike and they all fall down. Troy says to pull back. Damaras fights them more. They are knocked down to boxes and containers. Jake goes to help Troy and tackles Damaras. Troy gets hurt. The others run back but get slashed back. Jake tries protecting Troy, but both get knocked down, badly hurt and demorphed. Jake stands in front of unconscious Troy and fights Damaras. Jake is knocked away. Damaras grabs Troy by the collar. Troy takes out his legendary morpher, but it is knocked down and he is knocked as well. Damaras teleports away with Troy. Jake tries to stop it. Jake grabs Troy's key and morpher. The others Rangers are asleep and moaning. Jake takes Gia in his arms. Damaras has taken Troy hostage and blindfolded in the ship. Mavro wonders if the Earthlings will give up their planet for the Red Ranger. Troy says he won't give up, that it isn't over. The soldiers take Troy away. Jake tends to the Rangers' wounds in the command center. Gusei is quiet. Damaras has put Troy on display in his red Megaforce suit, but blindfolded, and appears to the Earthlings in the sky and on screens. Jake says he will save Troy. Gusei says Tensu will help. Troy tells Damaras it isn't about him, that even if he is finished, that Earth will continue to fight. He is about to be finished when Jake comes blasting in. Damaras says he should have crushed him. Jake fights the ex-Borgs on his own. Jake morphs to black and fights the red soldiers, and then goes super mega and fights ex-Borgs. He becomes green mystic force and calls Damaras chicken. Jake is demorphed, and Tensu frees Troy. Troy jumps down in front of Jake and fights Damaras. Jake gives Troy back his key and legendary morpher. The ex-Borgs are attacked by the other Rangers. They all line up. Damaras monologues. The 6 go super mega mode. They destroy the ex-Borgs and fight Damaras. He does his sonic boom and blows away 4 Rangers. Jake and Troy double team Damaras. They double attack and blast back him. They call the super mega cannon and destroy him. Levira makes him giant. The Megazords are formed and fight Damaras. Q-Rex is hit and falls. Damaras blasts the others back. Jake says they have a whole team against one guy. They combine the Megazords to make ultimate legendary Megazord. They weaken him with missiles. They call all the Zords and do a blitz attack. Damaras monologues and dies. Back at the command center, Jake brings Tensu back in. He says it was nothing. Troy says all of them were great, and he thanks them. Troy gives kudos to Jake. Troy presents them with rock concert tickets, which they can't believe but happy about it. Orion is confused. They go to the concert, and it is recycled footage of Antonio and Mia